had you killing yourself, Henry.
So real.
We found Alistair's body in the keel.
We have less than 30 minutes until that water reaches the lowest of the ice blocks in the keel hold.
There's 7 more to move.
Right. We'll get them topside, away from the immediate threat of the salt water. We'll move them to the plain before the ship goes down.
And what about our dead? I've lost 3 of my team here today, Magnus.
There'll be time to grieve once the threat has been minimized.
I'd like to see Alistair.
Never gonna get married, you know. Spent his whole life locked up in an institution and finally gets out to see what the world has to offer. Oh, man.
You think it's your fault that Alistair died? Because you told him to join the London Sanctuary?
I did it because I was selfish, Will. Just wanted somebody with my skill set on the other end of the line.
Come on.
Radio. No. Stay dry. There's no reason for both of us to freeze to death in here.
Without you, Alistair would have been stuck in that institution for his entire life. You showed him that turning into a wolf and howling at the moon was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, you know we don't do that well.
You gave him a gift. You gave him the ability to live a life of his own choosing, and he chose to join that sanctuary.
If I have a boy, I'm gonna name him Alistair, Will.
William Alistair Henry Foss, son of 2 halves. Nobody will ever make fun of him for that.
That's our lot. I'll go and help Will and Henry.
I'll see what I can do about preparing Terry's body for transport.
Thanks, Magnus. Let's get this done. What were you doing back there, mate? Bloody hell.
Seriously?
It appears we have another Thord McGoy on our hands.
This is larger than a single block. Maybe there's more than one.
Or one very big one.
You still think Murray was killed by accident?
I don't know what I think anymore. I mean, I know what I saw, but that doesn't seem to matter with the McGoy, so...
The ship isn't going to stay afloat much longer. How many more are still to move?
4.
They're off the wall. They just have to be moved to the deck.
All right. Declan, you go with Henry. Move them up as quickly as you can. Once they're clear, move Alistair's body. Will and I'll take Murray up right now and start moving the McGoy off the ship.
Well, we better staying together considering that...
Our best bet is to move the remaining ice blocks first. Once they're clear of the salt water, we can deal with our friend here. We won't leave until we track him down. I don't fancy getting on another plane with a loose McGoy.
Seconded.
No one loses sight of their partner. If you are approached by any one of us individually, shoot to kill without engaging. I'm tired of losing our people.
I'm frozen on a sinking ship full of dead people, taking the body of my friend out into a snowstorm. And I don't know if the guy sitting next to me wants to kill me or not.
No offense, mate, but I'm in exactly the same position. Except the guy standing next to me that might want to kill me. He's a werewolf.
Oh, how can you say that? I just killed one of them.
I'm standing up to my chest in salt water.
What is your point?
Well, just saying. There doesn't seem to be anything supercharged about either one of us.
Okay, so neither of us then. Will!
Will! Magnus! Will just locked us in the hold.
She was with him.
Magnus!
Do you think he got it already?
get it! If we're the last ones left, why not just kill us?
You don't think this is going to kill us? If we don't freeze to death, we're going to be underwater in about 15 minutes.
Why can't you just...
How? Through a steel door? I'm a werewolf, not Superman. We need stunners to blast through that. Wish her in the hallway with our worn, dry clothes.
Wait a second! What do you see when you look at my hand?
I see your hand on the wheel that we can't turn.
So what's that? I blew this door open when I came in here. It's insane! They trick you into dying in a room you can walk out of.
This is insanely scary.
Magnus!
Whoa, Doc, it's us!
How do we know it's her?
I've been trying to raise you on the radio. Will's missing.
He found us and he locked us in the hold! It's not him, Magnus!
Pulled a Jedi mind trick on us, Doc. He made us think the door was locked, left us to die in the water.
We should never have split up. We need to find the real Will.
And the McGoy! It's too dangerous left on its own!
Bad Will hunting, I'm in.
Declan, what is it?
Nothing! I thought I saw something!
Yeah, that's going around.
There isn't much time. Trust nothing. The game will be to try to split us up.
Magnus, Henry, anyone?
Will, where are you?
I'm in the stern hold. Somebody knocked me out and dragged me in here. You guys gotta get me out. It's filling up really fast.
We're on our way.
Wait. Will doesn't have a radio. He dropped it in the water about 20 minutes ago.
Well, we found at least one of our Wills.
They say you locked them in the keel hold, Will.
How could I? I was out cold. Seriously cold. Come on, Magnus, get me out of here.
We tried radioing you. You didn't answer.
I dropped mine earlier when I was with Henry, and I found one. It must have belonged to Alistair.
Sounds possible.
Come on, you guys. This whole room is filling up with water. If I were a McGoy, don't you think I would just jump in, supercharge, and just knock this door down?
That's a good point.
Right, we need to be sure. Look for inconsistencies.
Right. Will, step away from the door.
Thank you. Whoa, hold on, come on, I'm me. I'm really me. Feel, you can't fake this kind of cold.
Stay right where you are.
What on earth?
Put your guns down and don't come any closer.
Henry?
What the hell?
We're not here to hurt you.
You killed 3 of our team. We just got here.
We know you're just here to save your kind. Who are you, really? We mean you no harm. We just need to move you off this ship.
Magnus.
It's actually a very clever trick. With the 4 of us together, they aren't strong enough to manipulate us.
So they turn us against one another.
You have us at a disadvantage. You must have known we would figure out what you were doing eventually.
This is crazy. We just landed 10 minutes ago. Magnus, why do they look like us? Interesting timing. We spent hours getting those blocks away from the water, and when we're finally finished, you guys show up down here.
You've been together for hours. Declan, how did you lose your team?
You two killed them. Apparently.
If we've only just got here, it had to have been someone who's been here all along. Someone who could take on the aspect of anyone on board this ship, including Will and me. Someone who was dependent on the 4 of us being separated so they could assume an identity.
Shapeshifters? Chameleons?
Look, we know you're McGoy.
Dear God, here?
You gotta be kidding me.
The smugglers had McGoy on board.
No wonder the ship ran aground. They would have wiped out the entire crew.
How can we logically argue with you? You can read our minds. That's not necessarily true. McGoy can tap into our psyche, but they can't read our every thought. I think I'm beginning to understand. The ship is sinking. You needed my people to move the rest of your kind onto the ice because you couldn't do it yourselves. moved them so they would be safe for transport. We were trying to help. You moved them away from the encroaching water. Come any closer and we will shoot you. Go ahead. They can, but you can't. You only exist here as a McGoy, which means you aren't really holding a gun. First person to fire a shot will be shot by everyone else in this room. Are you willing to risk it?
Doc!
The solution is very simple, Henry. You and Declan have already been in the water. These two clearly haven't.
What's that got to do with anything?
She's going to propose that the two of us get into the water to see which one turns into a McGoy. Exactly.
Not a chance! No one goes in the water!
The last thing we need is a supercharged McGoy.
Is that what she told you happens?
Salt water kills them?
Apparently very well.
Bloody hell! Why was that stubborn?
Doc, how could they mimic you so perfectly? I've known you my whole life. I couldn't see any difference.
It's because you know me so well, Henry, that they could do it. They constructed the two of us from your mind and Declan's. They reacted exactly the way you would expect us to react.
Speech patterns, movements, even emotions. Terry Murray and Alistair didn't stand a chance.
It would have been the littlest things that would give them away. They probably never opened a frozen door or pushed a block of ice.
They needed us to do that.
Exactly.
The McGoy are all strapped in. You sure you want to do this?
Doc, they killed 3 of our people.
They did what any creature who feels threatened would do. They found a way to survive and they took it. The McGoy and those ice blocks have done nothing wrong. They deserve our protection. We'll take them back to the sanctuary, and we'll honor our fallen friends by doing so.
It's time to go.
Let's get you home.
You open it.